WIZARD-TCG.
It's all about cards. Hey everybody and welcome back to WIZARD-TCG, and yeah, long time no see. Here are crazy things going on at work, and yeah, sorry for not doing any videos in the last weeks, I think. But yeah, in the next months I think there will be more videos, and yeah, this is my small fun channel, and so I honestly do here videos when I have done for Weekend Wizard, and then I'll do here videos when there's time enough. But there will be some videos, and I have enough stuff, enough TCG stuff to show to you, and there's so much going on, and yeah, I think we will do a lot of videos this year here on this channel. But today there's a topic I have to talk about, and that's a serious one, because yeah, I'm really pissed off. I have to say it this way, because yeah, the topic is the policy of Legendary Studios, so the creators of Flesh and Blood, and yeah, their retailer policy in special. So why I'm pissed off? Perhaps if you are also watching my German channel, Weekend Wizard Analogs Games channel. Oh, it's hard to to pronounce that. Yeah, I've done some videos on Flesh and Blood, and I found some guy at superelfcards.de who supported me here, and so I opened Tales of Aria and Blitz decks, and yeah, I had a lot of fun. I was really happy that the game was back on my channel with some support, because yeah, right now I'm studying again, and it's hard to afford all the stuff here. So yeah, it was very great to have Flesh and Blood back on the channel. Yes, we started with that, the cooperation. It was, yeah. I had some times I think I had to convince Super Elf Cards, the Andreas, the owner of the store, but then he said, okay, we'll do it, and I think it's a great system, and I think there will be perhaps a little community here that plays and will buy this stuff, and I love the system. So okay, and we started, but we the first thing we noticed was, after writing with a distributor here in Germany, they said, hey, you're only online store, you have yeah, no local game store where you have tables to play, so you are only allowed to get the unlimited products. You're not allowed, you will not get first prints, so no chance of getting the code faults and all the stuff that is yeah, the money cards, so to say. Okay, but Super Elf Cards decided to do it anyway, because we talked about that, and we said, hey, we want to do Flesh and Blood for the players, and Flesh and Blood for the players means opening displays, opening boosters, put the cards into sleeves, play it on the table, person to person, in Flesh and Blood. This is what LSS wants to do us, I think. And okay, so we said, yeah, the real money cards are not included, but who cares? We want get people to the table to play the game, and yeah, then Andreas made another step and said, hey, we will do unlimited, we will do the Blitz decks. This is very cool. It's not too expensive to get into the game, and yeah, but if you want to play for a longer time and you have not the money to buy some displays, you know what? I will do a single card offer to all buyers. So he opened a lot of displays, scanned the cards, put it onto his store, and yeah, looked for prices and so on and so on and so on, and offered the people to buy the blitz decks, the displays, and single cards. And this is yeah, it's a lot of work to open up, and I think everyone who yeah, owns a store and is selling single cards knows it. Even we as players know if we have 2 displays and sort the cards and yeah, rare and mythic and here and there, that you know, and then we have to put it into the binders. And yeah, if you have 20 displays or something like that, and you have to to put the cards onto the shop and scan them and check out the prices, and yeah, this is a lot of work, and when you want to send it to people, you have to collect it, and yeah, perhaps someone orders 20 cards for €5 or something like that, and you have to collect it and put it into a sleeve, and here you go. So I said I will do this because I want to make the community grow, and I want to make the game grow. And I said that's really cool, and I'll do here some unboxings and talking about the blitz decks and the mechanics in it, talk about the new mechanics and. So we started that. So he invested and he worked. I did some videos, and yeah, now the next expansion is coming, Everfest. Yeah, we knew we're not allowed to get some first prints. We said okay. We communicated it to all of our viewers and to the buyers by a newsletter. And yeah, okay, so then he wanted to order Everfest, and then suddenly from one day to another, all products of Flesh and Blood are no longer available to pre-order, order to order at the distributor. So he wrote there, and yeah, after some time they wrote back that they had yeah, to check it 3 times. But the thing is that only or online only stores, I think this way in English it's the right way. So if you have no local game store and you're just selling online, you're not allowed to sell anything of Flesh and Blood. And yeah, that's the point where we said what? Some days ago we were allowed to sell the unlimited products, and now nothing? Yes, because Legend Story Studios wants the people to play Flesh and Blood in Flesh and Blood, and the only thing you can, the only way you can play Flesh and Blood in Flesh and Blood seems to be at your local game store. Yes, perhaps you hear a little sarcasm in my voice because I think this is bullshit. And yeah, it's my personal opinion, but feel free to have a different opinion. It's a free land or a free country if you're not living in Russia today. But yeah, let me explain why I think it's bullshit. First of all, Flesh and Blood is one of the games where investors are a huge number of buyers. Because if you take a look at the first prints, the code foils and they get boxes and boxes and cases and put them into their garage, to the bank, or I don't know where, and waited like traders, and looked, oh, expensive, oh, more money to sell them, oh, don't touch them, don't open them, no, play with that cards, no, we have to invest, and you see, or you saw where the boxes and the box prices and the case prices went. It was crazy, and yeah, what in the world has this to do with playing Flesh and Blood on a table with a friend or in a local game store? This is the first thing. I think it's yeah, it's some kind of, yeah, it sounds to me like a hypocrisy. You say hey, and it's the other way around. But okay, second point, the stores who have places and tables to play, I have respect for them, And I'm happy that they do this, because many people like to play competitive, and they have to pay the tables, the space, they have to pay the people, and they have to be there at the store on the weekends, in the evenings, and so respect to the people who do this. But the point is, I talked to some traders, and what really happens to the first prints when they get in their store, because most of the stuff will never see the store table or the store inside, because the most boxes, and after talking to some traders, it's up to 80% are sold online. What a surprise! And not in the local store. So perhaps it might be 70%, but it's still a huge number, and it's the majority of all stuff that comes in. And that's again crazy, because when you want people to play it there, you can't send that to the whole of Europe, because after pre-order starts, the boxes, there are also notes limited to 2 cases, 3 cases, and then people buy this stuff, and perhaps 20% stay at the store, the rest is sold somewhere else. And it's not only, I see this here in Germany, it's not only sold within Germany, and perhaps it's North Germany bought and sold to South Germany. No, it's sold to the whole of Europe, because the prices and the word is missing. The people want to buy it. So in German it's Nachfrage, the need for it, I don't know. People want to get this stuff in the first print, so they order it not just in their country, but in the neighbor countries too. So this is again totally bullshit to say we play this in flesh and blood. The most money they make by selling online, even if they have a store where you can play it. Full stop. That's the way it is. And this is again, the next point is, not everybody has a game store next door, because, for example, I'm not living in city. The next game store for me is half an hour. No, it's 45 minutes by car driving to that one, and this is the first and the nearest store where I have the chance to play Flesh and Blood. And the prices of fuel is crazy at the moment. It was crazy before, but now it's really crazy because of the Russian war, and I have no chance to get so much money, so I can drive 3 times a week to a local game store to play there. So for people who not living in cities, they have no chance to get to a local store. So what do? We order stuff and play it here with friends, but we play it by putting cards on the table and not putting all displays into a shelf and waiting that they're worth more money. We want to play this game, but we can't play it in a store because it's too far away, and some of us, like me, don't want to play it in a store. We want to play here with friends. And another point, we want to support the stores, and also the online stores, where we buy our other stuff too, because perhaps we are buying there since 10 years or something like that. We know the owner, we talk to them, and we know he's a cool guy, and we want to support him because perhaps he's doing it as a second job to get enough money together. And I don't want to buy it somewhere in Bavaria or somewhere in yeah, England is a bad example because it left the European Union and it's very expensive to import this stuff. But I don't want to buy in North Germany. I'm living in the middle of Germany. I want to play it here. The store where I buy it is an online store, but it's only yeah, an hour away, and I know this guy and I want to buy the cards there. Perhaps it might be an online store that's in South Germany, but if I want to buy there, I want to buy there. I want no censorship where people say, hey, you have to buy your cards here and you have to buy your cards there. Where if you want to get your cards, you have to order it online from a store who got places or tables to play it, but the store is 200-500 kilometers away and you will never get there, but you have to buy your cards there because they have tables, 2 or 3 or something like that. No. Why? Why the fuck should I buy there? I don't want to buy there. And I have to say this clear because I would never play in that store. It's far away. It's far away. I buy there if I want to buy there, or I buy there when I get the stuff there and no other store has this stuff. And it's my free will, and I don't want to get said you have to buy there or there. This is no. And this pisses me really off, and I think you realized it during that video. It's like a punch in the face for all players who have no game store or who want to order at their friends or game stores, their online stores they always ordered, or playing other systems and they order that stuff there too. Why in the world should we order somewhere else? No, and this really pisses me off, and I'm so pissed off because I talked a lot and I wrote a lot to get Flesh and Blood back on my main channel, and yeah, I got some support finally, and everything was fine. He started and he wanted to grow a little community there, and an online community doing some online competitions and something like that. And yeah, no, now he got the stuff, he got the work, he paid the money, and now he makes a sale to get the stuff out of his store because he's no longer allowed to sell it. And this pisses me off, this pisses him off, and this is not the right way to get new players or to get a game played. No way. In my opinion, no way, and this is the absolutely wrong retailer policy, and the wrongest retailer policy you can do. Sorry LSS, but this is bullshit. It's my opinion, and perhaps you all think, hey, it's great. They stand for the community, they want to play it in Flesh and Blood. I like the idea of playing it in Flesh and Blood, but I think here, we on the kitchen table, we play more Flesh and Blood in person, and in general we play more than the collectors who never open the boosters up and put the displays in the shelf and that's all, or sell them on eBay. And no, yeah, what should I say else? I'm really thinking of quitting Flesh and Blood, not only on the channel, but for me personally, and stop playing it. But it's so bad because it's such a great system, and I love it, and I love the arts, I love the mechanics, the way it plays, and it's the opposite of that what I wanted to do by presenting Flesh and Blood on my main channel, and I wanted to present Flesh and Blood here too on this channel. But like this, I can't. First of all, I can't afford all this stuff personally, and second, I don't want to support a company that destroys the existence of some really cool dudes who do an online store as a second job and need the money, and we know these guys for years, and now they invested a lot of money, and hey, from now to tomorrow they said, no, you started it, or you're an idiot. You're not allowed to buy it anymore. Great. And no, this is for me the wrong way, and yeah, I have to decide if I want to continue here and on my main channel to present Flesh and Blood and show Flesh and Blood products. And for me personally, I have to decide if I want to play Flesh and Blood anyway. Yeah, I wrote a long mail to LSS, and yeah, I know they have to do a lot. They are a very, very, very big company now, and they are famous and they are rich, and yeah, it's sarcasm again, sorry, but I know that they do not wait for mails of small people like me. But it was a long mail, and I put all my thoughts in that, and a little answer would be nice. 1 sentence, 2 sentences. The final question was only if they are willing to overthink this policy, or if they are perhaps planning to change it in the nearer future, but I got nothing back, nothing. And this is not friendly for the community, and this is not player friendly, and yeah, there are other games that are so cool, that have such a great community, and the number one example is, for me, it's WIZARD of Genesis Battle of Champions. You can write to him at Discord or a mail or something like that, and you will get, I promise you, you will get in the next 24 or 48 hours, depending from where you live, you will get an answer, and he's always kind and friendly, and he explains what he's doing. He's doing a lot of stuff on YouTube explaining what is coming next. There's transparency in what happens when something is not so good. So the print run stocks or is late, he will tell it to you. He decided because he wanted to get people the game playing, he decided to put the next edition one step back and do a reprint of the actual or the current, I think it's the wrong word, edition. And yeah, this is player friendly, and not not something like dictating the people where to buy and where to play, and censor all the small guys who try to distribute Flesh and Blood. And yeah, by the way, if you're watching this, check out Genesis Battle of Champions, a very, very cool game with a very cool CEO, as I said, and a very cool community. Yeah, I highly recommend. Okay, so to get to an end, I have to decide if I want to play Flesh and Blood any further, and I'm very, very interested in what you think of that policy. Yeah, most of you perhaps live in cities and you play at your local game store, or you have a local game store and you play, or you buy all your stuff there. But the people who not live in a city and who buy their stuff somewhere else, or buy their stuff at a store that has tables to play but is far away, what do you think of this retailer policy? I think it makes no sense, and yeah, it makes me sad, and as I said, it pissed me off, and I have to see what will happen. Okay, that's all for now. This was not so happy video, but some things have to be said, and yeah, let's see what future will bring, and for now, have a good one. See you next time. Bye bye.